In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to control and art direct the sketchiness of lines in Flair for Maya, either globally or locally. I'm Henriette from Artineering, and we develop artist-driven tools for stylized rendering. Let's get started. In the previous Flair for Maya tutorials, we learned how to control the width of sketch lines in all sorts of ways. Now it's time to learn how to customize the sketchiness of lines to roughen things up. The sketchiness global attributes can be modified through the Flair Globals node. Select it by going to the Flair shelf and click on the globe icon. Once selected, scroll down the attribute editor and you will find the sketchiness attribute within the sketch lines group. The sketchiness attribute controls the global sketchiness of lines by either making sketchy lines less or more sketchy, giving the initial roughness of the sketch lines. Just underneath, you will find the Sketchiness Max attribute, which defines the maximum offset that sketch lines can have. Keeping this value reasonable will optimize real-time performance within Flair and keep the sketch lines within boundaries once we start art directing the sketchiness in the scene. After all, we're using Flair here. If you're digging the sketchiness, give us a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to our channel with the bell icon to be notified about future tutorials like this. Back to art directing. The sketchiness can be art directed with NoiseFX, VertexFX, and Proxies. For example, we can add fluctuations between rougher and cleaner sketch lines using NoiseFX. To do this, we open the NoiseFX tool from the Flair shelf, select the objects you want to affect, and increase the noise effects. You will automatically see how some parts get sketchier lines, whereas on others, the sketch lines have settled and are starting to look like normal toon lines. We can also shift the noise effects in one direction or the other, increasing or attenuating the effect on each material. If you want finer control, you can also use VertexFX to paint the amount of sketchiness directly onto meshes. That way, you can locally control the effect to be more sketchy or less sketchy in any specific part as required. Finally, proxies can also be placed within the 3D scene to control how sketchy different parts look, like so. If you wish to learn all about these art direction tools, make sure to check out the links in the description below. This covers the basics of sketchiness control. We learned how to set the global sketchiness and tune in the global Sketchiness Max to control the amount of offset of sketch lines. We also learned how to further art direct the sketchiness of lines with the art direction tools within Flair. In the next tutorial, we will learn how to set the sketchiness frequency and phase globally and per material so that sketch lines behave differently throughout the scene, even over time. Thank you for watching this far. If you love what we're doing, make sure to purchase a commercial license or become our Patreon to use Flair without resolution limitations and have your name appear in this beautiful list of credits. Face you on the next one.